Okay, we are here at Qualtrics. Qualtrics is basically SurveyMonkey on steroids. It's what most academics use for all their studies. It's what Rational Labs uses, and we are going to pretend that we are a new user. We are not, we already have an account, but we're going to pretend we're a new user, sign in, sign up, and see what the experience is like. So first we're going to say free account. They're really going hard with the free. By the way, don't love this button, request demo. It's like so much is going on the screen. As we mentioned before, contrast is the main thing that drives clicks. So you want your button to be big and high contrast. Color, there's not a specific color except just to say, make it stand out. This is obviously really hard to see in this psychedelic thing that's going on behind it. But we're going to say free account. So up here, you know, if we were to go down here, I'm sure that they have other CTAs. Not really pushing towards the demo, we'll go with the free account. Okay, so they're gonna ask me how will I be using it. This is what they care about because they do discrimination or discriminate pricing, not discrimination pricing. And we'll say personal, and then we're gonna sign up because I've already signed up with so many emails. We're gonna have to use this one. Okay, great. It's gonna send me an email. Hopefully it's quick. Wonderful. I'd already reset my password. Uh-oh, it's not going. Oh, here we go. Great. Verify email. Okay, so it's pre-filled with things it thinks it knows about me. That's a little annoying, but you know, these types of fields that are just easy to answer don't really get a lot of drop-off usually. So I'm not too concerned about this type of annoyance. The things that have drop-off are the things that are really hard to answer. Take a long time where you have to like go up to your computer and get something and come back. Okay, so we're setting up the free account. It's interesting. Doesn't really save the correct one. Add to LastPass, also interesting. Okay, so we are here. We are at their onboarding. This is the first thing I see. Interesting. So basically, this wants me to do 3 things: discover, start a blank survey, and upgrade account. So first, I like that there's forced choice. I can't enter the product without actually choosing a way to enter the product. And I do like that they're pushing me, compromise effect, to start a blank survey. Hopefully, if I can create a survey, my time to value will be very quick. Discover Qualtrics. I bet that they could sell this a little bit more. You know, what are 3 things that new users like to see, or what are the mistakes that old users make that you can avoid? You know, you could really kind of sell me on discovering Qualtrics. Discovering Qualtrics right now seems a little bit lame. And then they're going hard on the upgrade account. I just got in here. We just met. Are you really going to take me out on a second date when we ordered our drinks? Probably not. So this seems to be the obvious and only answer. Start a blank survey. Oh, and I have to click continue. So this is how their surveys work, where sometimes you have to click continue, but it does feel a little weird from UX perspective. Okay. So this is like just way too much text. So when folks are going here, you know, do you really want to take a tour? To take a tour, you have to acknowledge that there's so much to learn and you want to do it all right now. I'm sure a percentage of people do this, but the majority of folks are going to say like, get me in there, especially when you have, it's so appealing. You can see it right behind you. All you have to do is close the screen. Get out of my way. Okay, wonderful. So I'm right in survey creation mode. This is wonderful. Okay, here we go. So, you know, I know Qualtrics a little bit, but if I did it, this could be a little bit overwhelming. So basically, right, to have a question, I understand that I could choose different types of questions. The reality is Qualtrics is so powerful. Qualtrics is one of the most powerful survey platforms ever. And so, yes, they have to simplify it for me as a new user, but it can do so much. And so it is curious that I've gotten to this point without them asking me why or what survey I want to create. Contrast that with, and I have this open. This is actually our logged in paid version. If I want to click new project, it's going to land me on this really, really fun template screen where I can just be like, oh wow, I should do manager feedback, team event feedback. Oh my gosh, I don't have to create that. How great, right? And so these are really interesting ways to anchor me in different ideas. We have, by the way, another Qualtrics account, and they do even more. I don't know why they have. Maybe they're testing different homepages, but you know, for one, we have vote and rank. So it's funny that they're doing this for advanced users, but they're not yet doing it for a new user to really guide me to the point where I'm comfortable to write one of these surveys. So we'll go back here. We'll basically say, how was your teardown with Kristen? And now, sometimes it pre-fills it. So that's funny that it says like, you know, loved it, or I liked it a lot. Let's see if they do it. Oh no, sometimes they'll pre-fill it. Sometimes they got some AI going on here. So not sure, hated it, great. Now here we can say publish, so curious what happens here. Obviously this is kind of just like a sandbox for new users. You kind of expect your new users to just like test something out really quickly before diving fully in, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of playing like a new user, publish, and it's been activated. So at this point, I haven't used any of the kind of upgrade or features. I also haven't been exposed to them. So if I'm Qualtrics and I want to expose me to something, let's go back here. We'll go back to the home page. Okay, so it's an untitled project. I wonder if I create project again, will I be, oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. They're really pushing the tour here. Now is where we get to some of the ideas of the template. So they didn't have that on first use, but it seems like they're introducing it here. Very nice. Now, if I were Qualtrics, I would probably gray out some of the premium features here. So it seems like in my premium account, I may have more templates. In this account, I have less templates, but you could imagine, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know that there's even more templates available. And so how would you show the user that? You'd probably show that to them and gray it out and say, you know, this is a premium feature. Wonderful. And so, oh, and here we have more templates. So in this case, basically Qualtrics knows zero about me except that I'm using them for personal use. By the way, personal use, probably everyone knows that if you say business use, you may get charged more. So I would be very suspect of that data, Qualtrics. But at this point, I would probably see if during the onboarding, if you could ask somebody more questions that you can then help them get exposed to the premium features, get exposed to, or even just use the product more. Imagine, you know, you knew that I was doing a big study with I wanted to like find 1,000 people to give me product feedback, right? You could obviously just show me the product feedback template right away if you'd ask that question up front. Instead, they kind of just drop you in. And so this is the general thing to weigh with onboarding is you want to set the mental model of everything that the product can offer. You also want to decrease friction and get people the time to value really quickly. I would say probably in this case, Qualtrics went a little bit overboard with getting me time to value without exposing all of the product features that it does. We really don't want people to think this is a glorified SurveyMonkey. It has so many more features than SurveyMonkey has. No offense, SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey is great for a certain amount of things. But yet, as a free user, I have no idea